Eric,
Hey, we're in here. Back
finally,
in the garage.
back in the garage.
Yeah.
Hopefully we have sound that works this time.
Yes, hopefully.
All right. So really quick, before we jump into everything, we want to introduce our guests as quick as we can. Are you feeling okay? You a little tense?
I was kind of stressed earlier, did yard work,
Here, I got you. I got
Okay.
you. I got you.
Oh, man, that ASMR
Feel better?
hits every time, man.
All right, so a couple things really quick. We have to say it every week. We are in my garage. So whatever logos you see, whatever you see, we're not sponsored by anybody. Nobody cancel us, please. Nobody, please. But if anybody wants to send anything free, come on, Andrews. I'm waiting for that pallet, bro. Like, I want to come home one day from work and see that pallet on my porch.
They're right down the street.
Right? They're right there.
You can't even pick it up.
Right? I'll go get it. Just
And
tell me when and
deliver
where.
some of their packages on the way.
Right? Amazon, I got you. Couple things really quick. So, if anybody watches our social media, God willing y'all do, y'all see that we've added somebody to the team. Irene, who's been on a couple times, is running all the social media. Jessica is still with us. She's not allowed to go anywhere. So she's running all the production. Whatever slight edits that we have to do whenever we've had issues in the past, Jessica's really owning that, and Irene's taking over the social media piece of it from a distance because we know she lives far away. Mm-hmm. Second thing, I know Irene put out a video. Another huge apology to Vatos Locos Tailgating and Big Mike. Man, we're getting it fixed. As y'all can see, new mic from the last 16 shows that we've done, and we're just going to continue to make it better and better, we hope and we promise.
And we will be back out there to record.
What day were you talking about?
I'm thinking the next home game, which is the Lions.
That's 12 o'clock. That means we can't...
We did 12 o'clock that day.
Yeah, but that means we can't drink that much on Saturday if we get together.
Yeah.
Hey. We'll be hurting. And I've got to pace myself out there. We're not going to talk about that.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about that. How I got home and crashed till like 8:30. But anyways, let's get on to what we have. Go ahead, man.
Hey, we got Chris here. Chris, thank you for coming in.
Appreciate you having me on, guys.
Oh, God, no. It's you're doing us a huge favor.
Thank you for showing up, and being here, responding.
Yeah.
Lovely garage.
You like it?
I dig it.
It's a little cluttered, but yeah.
Yeah, I feel it, though.
It's
Feels like
good,
family lives here. I dig it.
Yeah, thanks.
That's awesome. And Chris, of course, we want to focus on business owners, local business owner as well.
I am.
What do you do?
I got a couple of bars. I own the Mad Hatter Pub, the Rabbit Hole Pub, and just got the keys to another bar, another Mad Hatter out in Plano, or Richardson area. So, yeah, just been running bars for the last 8-10 years. Been in the service industry, part of it for about 20 years now.
Wow.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to be 100% honest with you, Chris. 100%.
Let's hear it.
When Irene told us that you were coming on, I was like, okay, cool. And they were like, Rabbit Hole Pub. I was like, yeah. He's coming on. He's coming in the garage. She was like, yeah. I was like, perfect. Everybody asked why.
Let us know.
Kicked out of that pub 2 weeks ago. I wanted you to come on
2 weeks
2
ago?
weeks ago so I could kick you out of my garage. Chris, thanks for showing up. You've had too much water. You've got to go.
Get out.
I'm out. All right.
I'm totally kidding, by
He's
the way.
like, you're the guy that we're talking about?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
that's the guy I was telling y'all about.
Yeah,
You're
right.
not allowed back in.
Yeah, right. We got your picture up.
There's a picture.
In the office, yeah.
Totally kidding, by the way. I've been to the facilities. Freaking awesome. I've been to the Mad Hatter a lot more than I have.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
But
I always end up at the Mad Hatter during the St. Patrick's.
Yeah. That's one of our funnest days of the year.
We
man.
did that.
It is,
Last year.
Yeah, with you.
It is always a good day. It's always one of my favorite. It's my favorite day of the year, to be honest with you.
St. Patty's?
Yeah. It's my favorite day. Favorite holiday of the year to celebrate at the bars for sure.
Because of the green beer?
No, just a party, just a vibe. Everybody wants to have a good time.
Yeah.
That's really it. Everybody,
No drama.
they always say everybody's Irish on Patty's Day. Doesn't matter. Everybody's just having a good time. So it's usually very little drama with that on Patty's Day.
Yeah, and you do see that. Everybody seems like they're just on the happy level.
It's like Cinco de Mayo. Same,
right, same thing,
deal,
right?
man. Doesn't matter. You just want to. It's a reason to drink, really.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, I'll take that.
The Cinco de Drink.
I was like,
Hence this podcast. I think,
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I don't feel as what's the word I'm looking for? My goodness, my English is gone. as bad for drinking because we have a purpose. It's like, oh, we're doing a podcast. We should be able to drink.
I agree.
You know?
it's your
Right?
Friday night. Saturday night.
Maybe Saturday. And he's drinking water, y'all.
Yeah.
He's drinking water.
Hey, responsibility. You know?
Yeah. I am a bar owner that doesn't really drink. I don't say that I don't know how to, I will drink. I just normally don't. How about that?
Okay.
That makes sense.
I just don't like the hangovers anymore.
Okay.
What is that?
And yeah.
What's a hangover?
You know, just something I don't look forward to ever. I went through a lull where I stopped drinking. Like I said, luckily nothing that bad happened. No DWIs or anything crazy
right
like
on.
that.
Just your text?
Yeah, and then just got busy and
When you're busy.
And you know, once I just kind of lost the taste for beer. I know, man. I'm sorry to tell you.
No,
that,
no,
guys.
it's all good.
You remember when you were youngsters and it took you a minute. Beer
Yeah.
wasn't good. You just drank it to get drunk.
To be cool.
Yeah, and so after that point, it just kind of stopped.
You're
to be
just
honest
like,
with
and that's cool.
Here
You
and
know,
there,
you
it's here and
kind of,
there.
if you maybe you're feeling festive or whatever, you know.
Yeah, we
But I gotta know the
sir.
business in the pubs. How, why that? What started it?
The best way I can say is preparation met opportunity. So
Love that.
I am incredibly blessed. 100% blessed. I'm very grateful for everything that I have. Most people that I meet assume that I had rich parents or somebody gave me a whole bunch of money or something like that, and that's how I got. That's why I have what I have, and that's actually the complete opposite. I grew up extremely poor.
We get that.
I don't have parents. They're actually in the funeral home across the street at the Rabbit Hole. We were talking about Greenwood earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. There, I call it, like you said, that joke earlier. You said you know where they are. Same. I always joked that my grandparents and my mom are my neighbors because we live there and the pub's right there next to the funeral home. So it literally was. I believe when you do good things, you get repaid. You know, I know you guys aren't, a religious podcast, but I am very much a believer. And so I will tell you exactly how this happened. And it was, I was bartending, just living my normal life, paying my rent on the 4th or the 5th, scraping by. And I was in my early 30s. And I had decided to do a charity pub crawl for the bars down on 7th Street. It was called the Santa Claus Pub Crawl. And basically, I went around and I wanted to get everybody to dress up like Santa Claus and let's just do a big pub crawl and raise money for a charity.
Heck yeah, man.
And so I knew I had to get the 2 big bars down there, and one of them was Reservoir, which is owned by a good friend of mine, Emil. And I knew if Reservoir would say yes, the others should follow suit. Yeah. So he did. Oddly enough, I just said, "Hey man, will you give me $1,000 to donate to this bar, and I hope I can bring you a whole bunch of people in here." He's like, "Yeah, here you go. Stroke me a check."
Nice.
So I was walking out of another bar, which is now my neighbor at Mad Hatter, Pug Mahomes. I'm sure you guys have heard of that.
Yep.
Pug Mahomes is my neighbor, and I've known Glenn, the owner, for a lot of years. So I went into Glenn, asked him for the same thing. He writes me a $1,000 check. As I'm walking out the back, I'm with my friend Keith, that knows my now good friend Matt and now landlord as well. And Matt says, "Hey Keith, how are you? Hey, it's my buddy Chris. Hey, how are you? Have you guys seen my new pub?" I'm like, "No, what are you talking about?" Unlocks the back door to Mad Hatter and we walk in. It's a fully built out bar, brand new.
I've walked through that back door.
Through the back door. Yeah, exactly. And so I'm like, "Oh my God, I love this place. When are you going to open it?" It's a belly, you've been there.
Yeah.
It's a belly up style bar, shotgun, my favorite kind of bar.
Yeah, you're in close.
When are you gonna open this? I can't wait to come have beers here. And I don't know. I may sell it. May open it. May sell it.
Let's talk about that.
Like, what on earth do you sell a bar for like this? And that literally was how it started. Is because I was out collecting money for other people.
And it came back to
and
you.
it came. I mean,
Wow.
just
and it's like
tenfold.
what you say.
Yeah.
You reap what you sow, right?
absolutely, and so that is how I got started into it. Now, I had managed Woody's Tavern across town for about 10 years at that point. I
Yep.
ran and managed Razoo's for a little bit, so I knew the industry, but I didn't know. I'm a college dropout. I didn't know the business end of it.
Yeah.
You know. So it was not easy at first. I will tell you that it was an absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So do you know the local?
very well. Yeah.
So my buddy Brian
Uh-huh.
is part owner of that, which we've shot out at his place before.
Okay.
Y'all stories are very similar.
Yeah. It's so when you know the business and you grow up in the
That's what he
business,
did, yeah.
it's a little bit. I feel like you find the bars to end up being a little bit more successful than the people that just have a lot of money and open up bars. I'll give you an example, and I'm not going to name the name of the bar, but
Sure.
a bar from another city, from Nashville, is one of the spots. I think they have one in Austin and one in Dallas, but they had come up and set up shop right across the street from the local, so
Yeah.
prime
Yeah.
real estate,
Yeah.
right? They opened up 3 months after the Rabbit Hole did last year. So we opened in August. They opened in somewhere November-ish. They closed 6 months ago.
Oh, yikes.
You know, so
So it's not as easy as you may think.
It's not deep pockets and this, that, and the other.
It's about being part of the community.
It is, and it's about the people that are behind the bars. You go to the bars that you go to because you enjoy seeing the people that are there,
Yeah.
not to go see people that want to upcharge you and make you feel like it's a privilege to get a beer from you.
Exactly.
So that's why I always try to keep Mad Hatter and Rabbit Hole, that very neighborhood pub. When you come in, hey, what's up, Eric? How you get that vibe,
I love that because there's places when I enjoy drinking here in the garage, but when I get asked to go out, like, hey, let's go out, let's go do this, it's like, where are we going?
Yeah.
I have to know that first because if I have to wait an hour to get served,
Yeah.
I'm definitely out.
Yeah.
Like, it's just...
I'm a belly up to the bar kind of beer guy too.
Yeah.
So I try to keep that same. I also have to remember, I try to keep my prices all affordable because, like I said, I mean I lived through my 20s with the eviction notices and repoed cars. I know what it's like to be a service industry type person or somebody that's not blessed with an incredible job. So I try to keep my prices low as well, to where the everyday person can come in and enjoy a beer, and
or your client that you've had for 5,
Absolutely.
you don't price them out of
absolutely,
Dude, I've got to say this. I love your story. And what y'all don't know, because y'all don't see before we shoot, is we kind of started to have this conversation before we went on. I was like, and Jessica actually stopped us. She was like, hang on. She's like, this is perfect because we want people to hear about this. Dude, your story is freaking amazing. I love that.
Yeah,
I
and it's
love
for
that.
people to hear, like, hey, inspiration, right?
I appreciate
This
it.
dude, he worked hard, and
Made
look
it
what he's
happen.
doing.
Yeah.
I appreciate
Look
it.
what he's doing.
Where
know?
you came from and where you got.
I keep telling everybody, right? And then you were out blessing other people, and then you got blessed.
Yeah, it was. When I tell everybody, people assume when you own your own business, that, oh my God, you're rich. You own your own, you're rich, rich.
Yeah.
And I used to get that all the time. But what people didn't know is I actually had one of these little infinities. But what people didn't know is it was from a tote the note. I'm not one of those people that put any of my personal business on any sort of social media.
Yeah.
I could be having the worst day in the world. You would never know it. You would think that I'm having the best day in the world. It's not what I want to put out.
Yeah.
So, just going through what I went through in the first couple of years, I was actually went into my bank yesterday, and she goes, "Hey, they brought you up in the bank meeting the other day." I was like, "Really? Why?" And she goes, "Well, just talking about how important it was and with your relationship with having your bankers and customer relationship, and how the story went for me because I was telling the president of the bank, I had an opportunity to tell him and say thank you to him that if it wasn't for him in the bank, I would have never been successful. I would have never even made it past my first year or two because when I tell people, some people won't even believe me, but I'm like, no reason to lie about it, but I was driving a tote the note Infinity, so a 30% interest rate, going to take the the payment to them every 2 weeks, 200 and something bucks, and that type stuff, just so I had a vehicle. I literally was paying my rent on the 25th, right before they lock the doors on you, and I lived that way for a few years, actually, into being a business owner. I did. I had the business and I was running it, but it wasn't a super success. Like I just said, that other bar closed down, and they had incredibly deep pockets.
Yeah.
But it's not always. You have to continue to grind it out. And so, I was telling the bank, because this isn't an exaggeration, there would be days that I would open up my bank account and it was negative $13,000. Mm-hmm. You know what a feeling that'll give you? And that was my only bank account. That wasn't like I had money stashed anywhere else. The night before, if the bar didn't have any cash left over, that means I had no money. Literally, no money. And so I lived like that for years, but continued trying to serve my community every week. Mm-hmm. Every week we fed the homeless. We did things like that, and then things just started turning. Switching. I went from, my tote to note to my first Corvette, which is still a high percentage rate, to... now...
Is that what you drove here?
No. So now...
I heard it. I heard the motor.
So now I went from driving that tow to note, and then in 2017, it's actually an Audi R8.
Which is... Hey, and it's crazy. And we're going to get back to your story. But, that was... I've always said, once I've hit that level of success... That's what I'm driving.
All right.
Oh,
it's
God.
A fun car. Yeah, it's a very fun car.
Oh, my God.
German engineering.
Yeah.
I will say that that is what I spend my money on.
You're a car guy.
I'm a car guy. I had a couple of GTRs. I've got the R8 out here. My fiance races a GTR. And,
nice.
And so I love racing. We love racing our cars. So
I did back in the day. We were Mustang people.
This is dressed up for me. If I went to dinner if I was going to Texas Day Brazil, this is what I would wear.
You look like a banker.
Really?
No.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, you know what? Hey, but when a banker sees me step out of that car dressed like a hobo, you should see the looks. It's incredible.
How did that happen?
But
or he's spending his money, over here,
exactly,
and not on his clothes.
Exactly. But I get a lot of shit for my cars and buying the cars that I have. But I will say this: I've used my cars to probably raise over $100,000.
That's awesome.
Because we do now, and I didn't even know where it was going to go. I got my first Corvette, met some Corvette people, started putting on car shows, started donating money. Bigger car shows, bigger cars, bigger car shows. And now, I get to do things on just such a bigger level now because of that. And
so, I've got a car show coming up for my kid to raise money for her school. I'm going to be hitting you up. Yeah,
we'll bring them down.
I'm definitely going to be hitting you up.
Down.
Yeah, that's happening.
Go ahead.
I need to know which one's more fun to drive, the GTR or the
GTR
Audi?
All day.
Okay.
All day.
Yeah. It's got.
I was expecting that answer, but
they're both 2017s, and it's crazy because the GTR is a V6 twin turbo car.
Twin turbo.
And then you got a naturally aspirated V10 mid-engine car.
Yeah.
It's actually the same motor Ferrari has. It's the exact same. The only difference is the casing. One says Audi, one says Huracan. That's the only difference. Yeah. Made in the same factory. Same motor that Huracan
Audi
has.
just bought outsourced,
So on your GTR, is the steering wheel on the left or the right?
No, it's the R35, so it's on the it's normal.
It's American.
But it's still fun to drive.
Love it.
And two different complete schools of thoughts on the motor,
100%.
right?
Yeah.
And you definitely shouldn't trust me, but I want to drive one of your GTRs.
Whenever you want.
Y'all heard it. It's recorded.
I don't mind.
It's recorded. I'm the same way. I don't care. It's like it's a material.
Just make sure there's nothing to hit nearby.
It is.
Open parking lot.
I have one rule only. If I let you drive something that I've had or have or whatever, if you wreck it, you got to total it because I want to get.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's my rule.
Yeah.
That's my one and only rule.
Yeah, I don't mind. I love the cars, but I love the conversations that they start. The opportunity that they give me to share a little bit of my story to encourage a lot of young people. I can't tell you every day. All the time driving that. Hey, what do you do? What do you do? And people, again, oh my God, I thought you were, I see you in these cars, whether it be the gym or going to work, whatever. Oh, I thought you were like some, trust fund baby or this, that, and the other. And I'm like, no, I'm like, literally, I was driving a car that was, not even in my name really.
Yeah.
4 years ago.
Blood, sweat, and tears.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You earned that.
It's been fun, man. It's been a really cool journey. And like I said, I just can't stress it enough. I'm just incredibly blessed to be able to share even my story with other people to help encourage them. You know what I mean? So
big time.
Yeah.
And so it's crazy. Like, Eric wasn't with us, but Jess and I, and we had other people with us that went out to a car show. We have entrepreneurs that we were talking to that are 13 years old. We had somebody on our show that was 15? Yeah. And's got 3 businesses going.
She's starting already.
Yeah, man. It's just like going
out. That's what we're looking for.
Yeah, people that just that story. Like, just to see people that are going and doing all of the things that they want to do to make a living out of it, which went from fun to now I get to make money doing these things.
I am a big encourager on entrepreneurship. Yeah. Big encourager. I wish that they had a better... There's no class that can ever teach you the things that you learn throughout entrepreneurship.
It takes grit, man.
Yeah, I mean, it would be as silly as me coming to sit down in the jobs that you guys have said you guys have done so long, and saying, hey, I can come do this. You know what I mean? That would be... And that's actually how we got the keys to this new bar.
That's
We had 2 brothers that wanted to open up a bar, and they were teachers. And they had no idea about the business. They just had some money, wanted to open a bar. Wow. And they lasted 6 months, and I bought them.
And now it's like, here we need
we need a white knight in here, and I even offered them though, because what I want to do ultimately is to be able to help others keep their business. I actually offered to just teach them like, hey man, we'll figure out the money part of it later, but if you want to keep your business and this is your dream, let me just teach you how.
Wow, dude.
And
cool.
His brother was moving, so he was like, nah, I don't think I want to. So we ended up getting to buy it. But ultimately, that is my goal, is to be able to go to people
and
that
help people.
Yeah, have businesses that aren't doing so well, and if I feel comfortable that I have enough knowledge to help them to make that successful, to do that.
Like this podcast.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you can help us.
I'll leave a donation.
This podcast.
Man. That's awesome, though, because it's like, you basically people do that, but then the greed kicks in, right? And you're out here helping, or try to help, At least they try, but they're like, no, it's not the right situation.
Absolutely.
But you offered it.
Yeah.
I tried to open up a bar once.
Yeah.
And we got into it, and I started running the business plan because I'm all about numbers and plan and strategics. I got halfway through the business plan. I was like, nope, I'm out. I don't have the gut for it. Nope, I'm good.
After Rabbit Hole opened and people have seen how successful it's been, and it is a small phenomenon. I don't want to talk numbers, but it's done an astronomical amount of money in the first year.
That's awesome.
For a brand new bar. And I try to tell my staff and my partners how incredible that is and how special it is, because we are also a destination spot. You don't, other side of 7th Street, you can just walk around.
Yeah.
If you want to go to Rabbit Hole, you have to go to Rabbit Hole. Yeah. And for it to do the numbers that it does with no built-in audience, and it's kicking butt compared to some of these other places. I try to explain to them, they're not here because our beers are a little cheaper. They're here because of the people behind the bar. And I always tell them it's a business built on service.
Dude, I love your leadership. It's not managing, it's leader. There's, for anybody that doesn't know, that hasn't been in that type of position, managing's one thing, leading, being a leader's completely different.
What do they say? It starts from the top.
Yeah.
It rolls downhill. But you made a quote earlier off camera, and I want you to say it again.
Which one?
About the ship.
Oh, yeah. I just tell them because I was telling them that I have a couple partners that I brought on that have been with me for a long time. And I don't like to micromanage or anything. I've always led by example.
Yeah.
I will take out trash. I call myself a glorified cleaning crew. But I always tell everybody that I let them row the boat and I just steer it.
Hey.
If one's getting off, hey, we show them how to do it and use it as a teachable moment and move on, and it all works a lot easier that
everybody's
way.
growing.
Yeah, as long as everybody's heading in the right direction and you're just kind of steering it the right way, like everybody's gonna be successful.
Yeah, and I'm always learning. learning.
God,
I am. I tell people all the time. I here lately because I'm learning a new business. Neither one of my bars have a kitchen. This new one does. And so right now, what I'm doing is going back. I know this is going to sound cheesy, but I know we've all seen Bar Rescue, right?
Yeah.
Well, if you go back to the first couple of seasons of that, it actually gives you very relative information.
The blueprint,
and
it does.
It gives you.
It does.
And that
gives you an.
I'm a little annoyed by him, but
no.
yes.
In the later seasons, when it starts getting all casted and
that
and
may be like scripted.
Yeah, that's a bit scripted. But when they start breaking down the numbers and how to make these kitchens successful, I can't go to a class for that. Correct. So what can I do? I can buy Bar Rescue for $5.99. And now I'm telling you, when I tell you how I learn how to do my cost in my bar, when I learn what I'm doing in the kitchen now as far as where the cost, all of that is stuff that I'm just trying to figure out where to learn from. And Bar Rescue might be one. Another show I watch is called The Prophet. I don't know if you've ever heard of that.
Yeah,
Marcus Lemonis is that's what I want to do.
I like that guy.
That's what I want to do.
That guy.
And so those shows I don't watch just for mindless TV. I learn so much about my business and how to properly run it from these weird shows because college didn't teach me. You know what I mean?
And you may be able to go pay $200,000 to get the MBA, but why just learn from the guys that did it already?
Absolutely.
Like, this is our first time meeting. Chris, you and I are going to be friends.
I hope so.
Like, I love the energy.
Yeah, this is like...
I think I'm going to hit you up just for advice or something.
Yeah, man. Collaboration, something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just hang out and kick it. I cooked some food. You came full, which sucks. But
I'll take a plate.
Oh, no, you're definitely taking a plate.
I heard it.
I do got to ask, though.
Yeah.
Are you a Texas boy?
Born and raised.
Great question.
Yeah, born and raised.
But
Fort
the
Worth.
Boston hat.
Okay, so
that's why.
Let's just be honest. If we're all born and raised in Fort Worth,
we are.
We're all about the same age. It sounds like. So growing up, we never had a good team. Red Sox really,
Thank y'all for having us. I'm gonna go ahead and head out.
This dude, like the one sport he does watch is
baseball is my
the
passion.
Rangers.
So
no baseball.
Yeah, baseball.
I love Boston.
I
too.
love
Don't
the
get me
Red
wrong.
Sox, and I've been a fan of theirs before their win. And
During the curse?
I was a fan in their curse. And people don't believe me, and I'll show them me and my daughter on her birthday, which was before they won the World Series, and I'm like, with my Red Sox hat, I'm like, and it's all dirty and dingy.
I love it.
So I tell
That's
them,
how it
I'm like,
should
I
be.
was not. I got to see them win the World Series
That's
against
awesome.
St. Louis in 13.
At least it was St. Louis. Ugh.
Yeah, it was.
Look behind you, Daniel.
So I got to fill this up.
Okay.
I haven't been to many, but like I've got to fill this all up.
You've been to Wrigley.
That's
on my bucket.
Dude,
hey, I tell you what, you said you want to do something. We can go to Fenway.
Let's do it.
Dude,
I'm in.
Oh my god,
I'm in.
If
Let's
you've been to
book it.
Wrigley, you probably have that same sense of
The history.
when you
Yes.
walk in. It's
Yes.
unbelievable. Nothing
Oh,
you can
God.
feel walking into one of these new stadiums.
And that's why,
it's
like,
so crazy.
for me, regardless. So Eric said it. My passion sport is baseball.
Yeah, I love it.
And I love baseball all the way around. There's 3 teams that I kind of despise.
Mm-hmm.
Yankees.
Astros.
No.
No?
Nolan Ryan. I can't do that.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Blue Jays
Okay.
and the Cardinals.
Okay.
But I'll still go there if I happen to be there and the Rangers happen to be there.
Well, you have to
Birds
go
and
there to
Yankees,
fill
alright.
up that.
Yeah.
You know, like the
But
Birds and the Yankees.
but I have to fill up that map.
Yeah.
But if Yankee Stadium was the old stadium, oh god, hands down, just the history of baseball that was played there, I would definitely go in a heartbeat. The new stadium, I hear it has some of the same history,
But it's not the same.
it's not the same. Yeah.
You got to hit up the old stadiums because they're knocking them down.
Yeah, they're not going to be around for too long.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because we went to Minute Maid. We were on vacation and we were sitting there, and it's funny. We're in Sarasota, Florida, and I'm sitting there like, where are we gonna eat? We find a Chicago style pizzeria. So we're sitting there, and I was like, all right, what are we doing tonight? I was like, game. Kids getting free, $2 for adults.
Oh man.
Let's go. And I wasn't a fan of the new ballpark here because I was like, a dome in Texas? Like, seriously? Why?
Well, go to a summer game.
So I have hated it, but still enjoyed it.
And then sit where the sun's shining on you.
It's
done it.
Brutal.
Done it. But we go to Minute Maid, and we go in there and it's 70 degrees.
Yeah.
And I come out and I was like, I don't stink. Yeah. Like, I'm not sweating. Yeah. I was like, all right, Texas, I can get behind this.
Okay, so that now you understood.
I was like, all right,
I like it. I like it.
Let's do this.
Well, and me being a Sox fan, the Sox don't ever come into town now until July, August.
Yeah.
And so we had, and we had that Sunday 2:00 game. Man,
it's not brutal.
You got AC.
72 degrees.
Now. Yeah.
You got AC.
It's a beautiful thing.
So awesome. You're gonna sell food at the new one.
Yeah.
So I have a question.
Let's hear it.
What's the chances of us getting an adult Happy Meal? Probably not. I'm so upset, bro. Like, once these things hit the market, I got so excited. Because I wanted the adult Happy Meal from McDonald's.
Dude, McDonald's was jammed last night when I drove by.
Which one?
Are you serious?
Jammed.
Which one?
The one over by Montgomery.
Okay, so there's one right here close to my house. I won't call them out even though I want to so bad. I'm not going to call them out. I get to the drive-thru, and they're like, what can we help you with? I was like, hey, do y'all have the adult Happy Meal? He goes, give me a sec. Let me check. Comes back. He was like, no, we don't have it here.
Well, it's new. It's new.
Bro.
Yeah, they should have their, boxes checked off, but...
Yeah, it's like, what the heck? Like, how do I get I want an adult Happy Meal. In the comments, tell us where we can find an adult Happy Meal in the city of Fort Worth. I want one.
You want it.
I want one.
Share your secrets.
What are you watching on Netflix?
What did we watch?
If you watch.
Or do you watch?
Do you
watch TV?
I do. Watch football all day today, of course. I'm a big TCU fan.
TCU?
Yeah,
they pulled it out.
Season ticket
holder.
What I heard.
It. Nice.
Fun time to do. I've been waiting on a season like this. I watch a lot of nerd TV though. A lot of like 2020s, Datelines.
Okay.
Love it. Love it.
Discovery Channel.
So not Dahmer.
Big deal.
I got 2 episodes into that, man, and we watched 2 episodes one night, and the next day I was like, "You want to start that again?" She was like, "Nah." I was like,
"I don't want to watch it. I know what he did. A dude had, I think I remember from seeing something on History Channel like 10 years ago.
Yeah,
he had like a head in his fridge or something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I don't want to watch it.
No, not in the fridge.
In like one of the
it was in a box.
I don't want to watch it.
In the movie, it's in the fridge in the bottom drawer.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
One of the first scenes.
Yeah,
I don't want to watch that.
Yeah, it's one of the first scenes.
I'm sorry. I don't
Same, and I'm not a hunt. I don't hunt. You know what I mean? Like. So therefore, when they were playing with the dead animal, I don't know if you said you didn't watch it.
I've seen it.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah, that was just kind of, I was never into mutilation.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
Any of that stuff. So I was kind of, when we were like, let's.
It's like this guy's dissecting a raccoon. Like,
yeah.
What are you doing?
Roadkill, right?
I'm like, let me just watch something about like the stars or like these animals.
Yeah.
Let me see a snow leopard.
I'd rather see him alive.
PETA, don't cancel us, please. Please don't cancel us, PETA.
Yeah. No.
You should cancel Dahmer with that.
Right?
They should,
Couple
man.
of scenes.
Yeah, it is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I did finish it because I'm the type, once I get into something, like I don't want to leave it undone. I've gotta see it through. So
I even didn't finish.
I was okay with not finishing.
I even didn't finish that South Korean show where everybody's watching, where they sign up essentially to not die. What is that called?
Oh, Squid Games.
Yeah.
I had to finish that too.
Dude, because people are just getting blasted. I'm like, bro, I don't want to see people get blasted.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy.
It was a good show. I'm just like, I could do without watching killing,
Yeah.
I'll do it on a video game, though.
I'm not a gamer at all.
I'll do it on a video game all day.
I don't play games. And I hardly watch TV. It's funny.
Really?
So watching like the series, all this stuff, I do it at lunch.
Oh,
like,
okay.
When I'm at work, I'll pull up my iPad. Don't cancel us. We're not sponsored.
I've been on lunch with him trying to talk, and he's just watching the world's most boring show.
And then I'll reach in my bag and grab my earplugs and put them in. I'm like, quit talking, man. Quit talking.
Dude,
I'm
that's
watching
the most
something.
boring show I've ever seen.
Yeah. Well, to you it is.
Luckily,
to me, it's
I
not.
can't do that anymore. But,
Yeah. Anywho.
But we've got questions, right?
Do we?
Yes.
From
Jess,
Instagram,
what do we got?
people.
From Instagram.
Tell us more.
So Andrew says, "Are there aliens at Area 51?"
So, if you don't mind, I'm going to take this one for a second.
Go ahead.
Andrew, if you go back and you watch Ernesto's video, he answered that question.
And then, well, what do you guys think?
Oh, I'm sure there is. There's gotta be.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of stuff that the government that we don't know that the government knows. I'll say I guess that's as much of a conspiracy as that I can get into.
Yeah.
I don't really know either way.
See, I'm not big in conspiracies, so I think there's probably a lot of planes there that people call UFOs, but we'll probably see those planes in like 20 years.
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, oh, this is the little dots on the radar.
I just can't wrap my mind around an actual alien walking around.
Me neither.
Don't you think the
Just
world is
doesn't make
flat,
sense.
No, I don't.
Oh,
Okay, cool.
man.
I don't.
If he was a flat
Don't spread rumors. I am completely against that.
If so, I just want to know where the end is.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or I
Don't
wanna
roast
know
me, flat worlders.
How do you?
Yeah.
How do you
Don't
fly?
boycott my business.
Yeah,
How did
please.
Amelia?
Yeah.
How did she fly around the world? Right? No, I'm not a flat earther, so
Yeah.
don't believe that.
What else we got?
One last one we have. How many licks does it take to get to the center
Of
a
a Tootsie Pop.
I've never tried.
Yeah, I was
Ever.
too
Never
Me
tried
neither.
either. I've always wanted to try, but it was just
But
like,
you bite into it at some point.
Yeah.
Like my OCD or
I was too ADHD.
ADHD. Yeah.
I was just-
Your ADHD is like,
Dude, I've never
Just
been into
bite.
one. I've started them because that's like the last candy people will pick up. If it's in the piñata, that's like the last one. And I've started it. I'm like, no.
Well, if you remember, like as a kid, if you really think about when they used to tear your mouth the fuck up.
yes.
Remember that?
Once you get down to a certain spot,
Right when you're getting them in there, you're like, man, this is all jaggedy. It wasn't. It was like
Yeah.
the
eating
bubble
Captain
gum
Crunch.
did that.
the blow pop.
Yeah.
Yeah, same
Yeah.
thing.
They
Yeah.
get sharp at some point.
Yeah.
Then your tongue's got like cuts everywhere.
But the
Yeah.
blow pop was the same for me too. Like I couldn't wait,
Yeah.
so I just started
Just wanted
biting.
the
Like,
gum.
I have no
I
idea.
just bite into it. I
Yeah.
just think.
Not
See?
that the gun was any good.
Yeah. Oh, God. Oh
That's
my
funny
god.
because I would actually try to get down. Like my goal was always to get all the candy off of it.
No.
Okay. No, I wish we could edit that out. I wish I could say something. I don't want to get.
Yeah. Yep.
No,
We're good.
No,
We're good.
something.
My bad.
Yeah.
Oh wait, he has another one. I'm sorry. When do we get a weekly thought segment?
Oh, that's a good one.
A weekly thought.
Yeah, I could see that. You know.
What do you mean?
They just want your thoughts on
Like
something.
yeah, like how I guess how your week went,
Maybe.
or how.
Or a thought on something.
Maybe just one day you were driving home and had an epiphany and was like, I need to share this on the
know.
whole.
So the problem is I drive too far,
So you have a lot of them.
but the epiphany is like I'm a very calm person until you put me behind the wheel
You and I are.
and you're driving around people that don't know how to drive. Like that, like the epiphany is so many 4-letter words that I won't
So-
say on here.
I think you mentioned earlier that we had never met, but I'm very calm. I don't like to let people rile me up, but I have road rage. I
Dude.
feel like
Oh,
You
my
think
name's
it-
Chris and I have
Dude,
road
like
rage.
for me, like honestly, in arguments,
Yeah.
if there's ever an argument, I'm not a yeller.
No.
I'm like chill. Let's talk about this. Let's be rational. But when I get behind the wheel,
Yeah.
oh my god, we have
Yeah.
2 turnabouts
Oh, I don't like those either.
because nobody
people
knows
can't
how to
figure 'em
do
out.
them. Oh my goodness!
gosh.
Like
Yeah.
when
They're
I'm sitting
fun,
there,
though.
if people are looking in the rear view the whole time, I'm like,
Oh, because they're going slow.
they're
Yeah.
not doing anything. I'm like,
They don't know to go.
But you got to do defensive driving because
Go.
there's some people
Yeah.
who will just come out and hit you.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's easy.
No, you can't trust the public.
It makes it like there's
I
signs.
trust. I mean, I don't go that slow, but I am looking because I've been in situations where I should have just trusted that someone's gonna yield to me.
Oh, yeah.
And if I wasn't looking and swerved to the right, I would have got hit.
But there's signs like everywhere
Oh,
to
there's
turnabout
signs for
that
to
says
yield.
yield to the left, and I'm like,
People don't
there's
read
nobody coming. Like, why are you not going? What are you? Oh god.
Yeah.
Like I really want to spend
His blood
a day.
pressure's up right
you have
now.
no
Yeah.
idea. Like I want to spend a day out there and just
Crack a
stand
beer.
out there. Not even I already did, but like I want to spend a day out there and just like tell people you can go.
You should
Go.
do it, and we'll put it on the podcast.
To whistle and everything.
I'm
This is gonna keep him
telling
awake
you.
tonight.
Seriously,
Yeah, he's not sleeping.
seriously, I'm not sleeping tonight. Like all I'm gonna do is think about these people at a freaking roundabout that
Yeah.
can't get through it, that are like genius compared to four-way stops. If you watch them in Europe, the traffic never stops. You keep going, and here they just come to a.
So, I don't want to sound like this, like uppity asshole
Too
that
late.
makes everything. Oh, let's put a positive spin on it.
But
No,
Because traffic sucks.
we need to put a positive spin on
Traffic
everything.
does suck. It's horrible. And honestly, because I'm a bar owner, and my bars are all within like 4 minutes of my house.
until the next
Until
one.
now,
Yeah.
I've always said, man, if I have to make some random trip to Dallas or something for whatever, every now and then, I'm like, man, I feel sorry for people that have to do this shit every single day in traffic, back and forth every single day.
Check out my
and now
toll
I'm gonna
bill.
do it, and now I just have to. I'm trying to look at it as, okay, your real only anger stems from driving. So let's figure out how we work this, and figure out how to maybe work. I haven't figured it out.
You're gonna be like my personal Sharma. Like I'm gonna call you when I'm sitting in traffic. Be like, Chris, talk me through this.
Not if I'm in traffic.
Like I really want to like.
See, I don't.
I'm like,
get-
me too.
I don't get road rage. Like I've had bits here and there where I let it get to me, but surprisingly, I can control myself in the
can't.
car.
Oh.
I don't
And-
know why or how, but I can.
I'm not proud to admit it, but I literally got out of my car at my neighbor one day.
Yeah.
I didn't, and I'm not a fighter. Like I'm not.
I'm
not,
a lover too. I'm gonna.
I'm
hug
not a
people.
fighter. But
Yeah.
dude, if we're like this down the road and we're in a residential road and I'm already going 20 miles an hour, you don't need to be checking
Oh,
out what's
dude.
in my trunk. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
exactly.
Oh well, if people
And I
do
get
that
it.
to
If you're
me,
late for work,
I'll stay
that's your
slow.
fault.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should have woke up
That's
early.
your fault.
No,
You know
if
what I
people
mean?
do that
Yeah.
to me, I will continue to be slow. Maybe
Oh,
go
I'll
slower.
stop.
But I don't let it get. I don't get mad. But I'll just. It
you know-
annoys me, and I'll just go slower.
Do you know what a power that is to not?
No,
Yeah.
but that's in that.
No,
There's
I'm with Chris on
There's
that.
other situations
To be able to
that
calm
will
that
get to
down.
me.
Yeah.
No, trust me. That's just in the car. I can control it, but there's other situations where maybe y'all have better control where I don't.
Well, let's talk about it because I need your
Right.
car control.
Right?
This isn't a question, but it's a comment. Arthur said, I need to speak to the manager.
There's 4 of us.
Yeah.
And like we can put a Arthur. We can put a panel together with all 4 of us.
We're separate but equal.
We're definitely separate but equal. We all have different things that we do, but very equal. So if you want to talk to the manager, it's going to be all 4 of us.
It's like the when you pick the LLC that has the partnership, you know,
Straight down the
partner
middle.
managed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're ready to give us the feedback, be ready from 4 different perspectives.
Yes,
It's coming.
that's what we.
And
do.
we'll oblige. You can sit right here and we'll do it with you.
I'll move.
And we'll film it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Put him right here. He can talk to all of us. Talk to all of
Right
us.
here,
all day
right
long.
now.
Not
No,
right
no,
now.
right now,
We
but
got
yeah.
Chris here,
Kind of got it.
and I'm loving this. And we've gone 40 minutes already, and I feel like there's so much more we can talk
I
about.
know.
Part 2?
But people probably
Part
aren't going
two,
to watch.
yeah.
People probably aren't going to watch past 40 minutes.
Yeah, we're not,
Yeah.
I'm
We're
not that
pushing
cool
it.
by
Yeah.
You are actually, but I love the humble.
Yeah.
I don't know. Should we give them something to go out on? We can do a part 2.
Yeah, we definitely
Yeah,
will.
if you don't wanna do
Not
it.
we can.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about this?
Let's hear it.
Can we take the show to one of your bars?
That'd be real cool, actually.
Yeah, we've done that once, so
Yeah.
maybe we can do that. Maybe
We had the
one day.
ticket there on Wednesday. No, Thursday.
Yeah,
How
dude,
cool
if
is
you're, I like our part 2.
Oh,
I think
yeah?
if we can shoot from your
That's pretty
place, that'd be
cool.
awesome.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. And my partners, maybe we can introduce
Oh,
them.
dude, anybody like?
Say
What,
yes.
yeah, let's do
Yeah,
it.
whatever.
Let's do
Let's
it.
do it.
We're still working on our sound, so
Okay.
but we'll get there.
We're in the baby steps, you know. But you know, today, before we close out, I got into the pellet grill He was bashing me saying I have an easy bake oven because it's electric. Come to find out, this guy also has an easy bake oven because his smoker's electric.
Oh, damn.
Also operates off the app, and mine produces more smoke than his.
He has multiple smokers.
Okay.
One of them, by me, is definitely electric, but it still takes charcoal and wood, not pellets.
Pellets.
So what you're taking home with you tonight is going to be on that grill, but it's still smoked.
I'll give you the review.
But it's electric, and it also doesn't produce as much smoke as the wood pellets that.
But you don't need. Anyways, go ahead.
Okay.
We're in the vicinity of a point.
The brand is RecTech. They're high quality. It's not Traeger.
Not sponsored.
Not Pit Boss. So I did my homework. I'm gonna get quality. But they come with they have an app. They got a YouTube channel, and I was watching their YouTube channel on whatever I'll smoke just to get tips on it. And their sound
is way better than ours.
Probably worse than ours.
Oh, worse.
Like 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they got thousands and thousands of views, so that made me feel better. Like they're experts on the grill game, right? But now they have great sound, right? But this was an old video. But I was like, you know what? It's baby steps.
We're getting there. We're finally getting there. So hopefully, I have a new interface. We have a new interface coming where we're gonna have a couple of lapel mics as well as this new thing that we just got. So hopefully, the sound will be ready to go.
Yeah.
So yeah, have us out.
Hey, thank you for
we'll do it.
Thank you for being here.
Pleasure. I appreciate you guys having me.
What you got in closing?
So fantasy tips if you make it this far. But keep starting Derrick Henry. He's back. And when Dak comes back, you may need to get Gallup in there. Just get Gallup in there right now. Trade for him. That's your fantasy tip of the day. Trade for Gallup. He may not pop off for like 5 more weeks.
He's still on my bench.
Chris, he's going. If you make the playoffs, Gallup will be there.
Chris, what you got for us, buddy?
I guess we were here for kind of more business, weren't we? Originally, I love the other talking the way. Know your numbers. There you go. Pay it forward.
Pay it forward. I
Shit
like that.
All the good shit like that.
Yeah, I love that, man. Pay it
all
forward.
the cliche things.
And there's a great movie called Pay It Forward. You should.
I've never seen it.
You should. It's a really good movie.
Oh man, yeah.
I read a book called The Go Giver. That was pretty good.
The Go Giver. You recommend it?
Yeah.
Speaking of watching movies,
dude, I'm finishing the class and I'm watching the movie.
It's been like 2 months. He's never seen Back to the Future.
Oh.
I gave him the trilogy.
I don't watch a lot of movies.
I gave him the trilogy like 2 months ago, and I still haven't gotten it back yet.
I've never been big in watching movies. I don't know why. Maybe parents never dropped me off at the movie theater, but I'm gonna watch it. I just got to get this class out of the way, and I'm close.
All right. So for me, number one, huge thank you.
Oh, absolutely, my pleasure.
Dude, thank you for coming out. I can't wait to what this professional podcast bar relationships cultivates to.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't wait. We'll even go out and visit the new one way out east, but still
East Texas.
The cool thing is Jessica doesn't drink, so she's our DD. She's always our DD.
Nice.
So she's always got us. Thank you for coming and hanging out in the garage with us.
Absolutely.
We definitely appreciate it. For anybody else that's watching, if this video hit anything or could help somebody that you know, we'd love the love. Just show some love. We'd love to be there with y'all and continue to grow. Irene, keep doing your thing. Jessica, keep doing your thing. Eric, hair and makeup, dude. Hair and makeup.
What do you podcasters say? Hit like and subscribe.
I got told
so
I can't
Irene
do that.
was like,
yeah,
"Don't
she said
do
I
that."
can't.
Can I say that?
You can.
You can.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, and
should
share.
I put my finger in?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this so she can edit it to where.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Whatever.
So many things to do.
There's some skill for her to learn. Learn that.
Yeah. But until next time, thank y'all so much. We'll see ya.